And we're about 5 miles northwest of downtown Tampa at beautiful Raymond James Stadium near Florida's Gulf Coast. With the echoes of cannon blast still ringing in our ears from the north end zone, the Bucs were introduced a moment ago, and they are all set as their guys will do battle with the Indianapolis Colts. Three-quarters of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Ready? Black 25.
Here's the mic.
Quarterback, don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning to tear you up. Don't get nervous.
The second-year man from USC, this is Ronald Jones. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards on the play and a Buccaneer first down.
Only one way to describe Ronald Jones' rookie season with Tampa Bay, and that's disappointing. Drafted to be their lead runner, just 23 carries on a team that ranked 29th in the NFL in rushing.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL, so when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
On 2nd down now, it's Jones, and he'll get it down here to the 43. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10.
Flip it. I'm here all day. Check.
And they give this time to the tailback. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. And what they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard.
Watch the pass. 20 more. Sunday. Check 25.
This is Peyton Barber. He led them in rushing a season ago. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
Good job.
He can muster only a yard there, and they'll be left with a 3rd and very short.
Ready? Black 22 set.
Here's the mic.
Hey,
It's a party now.
5 on the 50.
It's a party now.
Let's go.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
Ready? Black 22.
The mic. Get ready. Get ready. Get ready.
Wait. Let's go.
Now Jones. And he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Ronald Jones with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Bucs take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0.
kickoff for Tampa Bay.
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
Let's go, boys. Bring it on.
At their own 20-yard line.
On the set. Mike, 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
You better bring it. You better bring it.
A man who played college football here in the Sunshine State. It's USF's Marlon Mack. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 22-yard line.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8.
I'm coming. Yup, yup. Echo, echo. Mike 5-4. Mike 5-4.
Now Brissett. That's complete to Jack Doyle, the tight end. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. A gain of 11 that time, and a Colts first down.
And the Colts first down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 41-yard line.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
Hey, get in the weight room. Hey, Eddie Weber. Bravo.
On 2nd down, here's a run with Mack. It'll be a gain of 2 on the play, but they'll remain a few inches short here with 3rd down looming.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
All right. Here we go. Go. Let's go. Short. Get there. Mike 54. Mike 54.
They'll try and run for this with Mack. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. Got what he needed for the first down with a gain of 2.
Let's go. Let's do this.
First down.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Let's go. 15-90. 15-90. 5-4. Let's go, Heavy. Let's go, Heavy. Heavy, what you got? What you got, Heavy? What you got, Heavy? Give me some. Give me some.
Brissett to throw on first. They'll run the screen with Mack. No gain on the screen there. It's 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10.
What we got? What we got? Haywood. Right there. 54. Right there. 54, Mike.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play.
Brissett sets to throw it. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. A sack by one of the most consistent D linemen in the game, Gerald McCoy. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
Kill. Shift.
It's 3rd and long for Brissett. And that will be incomplete. There on the coverage, knocking that one away was Mike Edwards.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Call that a 48-yard punt and made even better by a loss on the return. And the Bucs are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. Means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Winston, a handoff. This is Jones. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Ronald Jones, an even 90 yards. And the Bucs get the quick strike touchdown. And with that carry, he's already over 100 yards here in the first half.
And, partner, you know exactly what he's saying to his teammates right now, right? Especially to the play caller.
Give me the ball.
Again, and again, and again. It's not that heavy, sir. I'll take it.
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This will be taken short. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Go. At their own 22-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start them.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Carl Nassib coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Brissett now. The completion good. This is Eric Ebron. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now we've got whistles and a flag. Looked like one of the Colts linemen might have jumped. The false start backs him up 5. 1st and 15.
45, Mike, 45. I got you. What? Go. 45.
Out of the gun, Brissett. He completes this one to Mack. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Good work after the catch. Gets him 15 and a first down.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
Brissett on first down. Ebron with it over the middle. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll send you cross-state to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have all the stats and all the scores from games going on during another busy Sunday in the National Football League. They go with a shuffle pass, and it's complete.
Hand him out.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Could be four-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on third.
Back.
Into the air once more. It's Brissett. Going for Hilton, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Levante David. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But it's the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
Looking to throw again on second down. Winston, he's going to air one out. This is caught. It's a big play there for the Buccaneers. And even 50 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. Here's first and goal, and gosh, points here. A chance maybe to put this thing away before halftime. They'll try and run it in with Jones. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be second and goal.
Ready? Black 25.
Mike 58, right there.
Ain't no easy. We taking wins home.
58's the Mike.
They'll try again with Jones. And he stopped after a gain of one. Not enough. Still a yard to go on third down.
Shakedown, baby. Yeah.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a third time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
This Colts D up to the challenge so far, but they need another stop here on third and goal. Here's Jones. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Ronald Jones as the first half is winding down, as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that can finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And it's now 21-0. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This will be taken very short.
That's it, baby. We're going to work.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on first and goal.
Safe.
Green, triple team.
Blue John Conkers.
Easy. Hey, don't you, man. You got the hot.
Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. From back at the 4, here's second and goal.
They're gonna need some therapy after this.
58, right over there, right over there. Yeah, 58, right there.
Hey, come on, no, come on, no.
58. 58
Winston.
I'm coming.
Back in the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
For Mike Evans, incomplete. Brings up third down and 4.
Ready. Blue ready. Going 58 to Mike.
All day, dog.
Easy. Let's go.
On third down, here's Jones. And he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers.
Touchdown.
Ronald Jones in the final seconds of the first half as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. And that rushing touchdown, his fourth, puts him just one shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it, but he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This will be taken short. Pushes him over. And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Typically down in the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. You've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
This will be taken very short. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. That one for Indianapolis, resulting in 15 yards and a fresh set of downs. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start, here's another 1st and 10. Throwing, Brissett into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Here's Winston. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Throwing again on second down. Winston, he's going to sling this deep downfield. It's caught inside the 25. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. It's a gain of 34.
First down. First and 10 at the 21-yard line.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for first and 10.
5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 58's the mic. 5 on.
Working out of the gun, Winston. Looking for Perriman there. He's got him. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down.
Second and 5 at the 16-yard line.
Four receivers to keep tabs on here. 3 of them to the right side on second and 5.
Zoom. 58's the mic. 58's the mic. Come on.
To the air again with Winston. Escaping the pressure right. And that is incomplete here.
Winston on the keeper. Thrown away and incomplete. Brings up third and 5.
They come up now, 3rd and 5, following the incomplete pass.
Switch it. Wait. 164.
Jameis again. And he can't quite pick it. No interception so far. That probably should have been their first, but at least it's 4th down. So on 4th down, on comes the Buccaneer kicker, Matt Gay. From the right hash, this from 33. Gay's kick is good. And they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he is going to be tackled at the 1-yard line. What a mess that was.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Topper.
Out of his end zone, Brissett looking deep for Hilton. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. T.Y. Hilton, the intended receiver, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
Credit the secondary and credit the defensive game plan. They've been in his hip pocket all game long. They understood coming in that he was a big-time receiver.
Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. Back back to throw now in his own end zone. Under pressure, and down he goes in the end zone, and that's a safety. And the safety there, another mistake, and these mistakes just keep piling up.
How many more can they make? They put themselves in such a massive hole now. Going to be difficult to dig out from under.
Yeah, for sure they can't afford any more at this point.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
A really good pickup of 28 yards. Jameis now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
58's the mic. Yeah.
From the gun, Winston. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one.
First and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Ready. Black 25.
58's the mic.
White.
Check.
Rotate. Spell.
Green, triple T. Let's go.
Winston now to throw on 1st down. This is Miller, complete. 12 more yards there and another 1st down. This offense can certainly move quickly when they want to. 3 plays, 3 pass completions. In the blink of an eye, they've got a 1st and goal.
Almost felt like a lightning bolt hit in this game, didn't it? For them to get downfield that quickly. And now 1st and goal, expect them attack right here on this play.
So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time.
80 weapons. 58, boys. 58.
From the shotgun to give to Jones. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create?
And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Taking it in from 2 yards out as his guys continue to pour it on. And he just tied the NFL record on that 5th rushing touchdown. He's the 6th man ever to do that in a single game.
And, partner, did you just say that he tied an NFL record there?
Yes, sir.
I mean, we're talking 5 touchdowns on the ground against an NFL caliber defense.
Is that good?
I'd say that's fantastic. What a game for him.
It really is something. We are watching quite the effort. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This will be taken in at the 1. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10 at the 9-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
You don't want this.
Starting the drive with a give to Mack. And some room for him there as he'll take this up to about the 15. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end.
Here we go.
Staying on the ground with Mack. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. Back now in Tampa. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair.
Down. 4-6 Pittsburgh. Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Army, army. Army, army.
They'll run on first down with Marlon Mack. He'll have another first down and more. Good yardage there for the Colts. 18 and a first down. I tell you, they didn't give it to him much through the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Yeah, not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now. As you noted, they want to ride him down the stretch. He should have fresh legs.
Levante David, the Bucs' leading tackler, 6 of the last 7 years in there to make the stop.
Second and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. They'll run here with Mack. He gets them a little over half of what they needed. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 5.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
The Colts on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 5. Here's Brissett. Looking deep here for Ebron. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off down near the 5. And he'll take it all the way up near the 30-yard line. So that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food because that is something that you and I both enjoy. We enjoy our time at the table. So maybe the best steakhouses in the city, but in all seriousness, the performances that we've seen this year, we've seen a bunch of great ones, and it's going to be hard to parse who's going to win the MVP.
Yeah, it really is.
Is it going to be a runner? Is it going to be a thrower? Can a defender finally win it this season? Those are the things that we could probably discuss.
And collectively, this is about as dominant of a performance as you could have hoped for on both sides of the football.
Might have to put it number 1 for what we've seen this season.
The Bucs on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1.
58, boys, 58. Here we go. Here we go.
From the shotgun, it's Winston. Forced out to his left. And that is incomplete. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
Here's Bradley Pena now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40.
At their own 37-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Hey, man, watch the boot, watch the boot.
Great stone, travel. Yes.
They go right back to Mack. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
It's our time. It's our time, guys. It's our time. Let it go.
To throw, Brissett. Ebron's got it. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40.
Let's go.
So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Here's Marlon Mack. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go. And Reed.
Get it together, defense. Let's get it together.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Brissett. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Levante David. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 47-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
17 yards on the play and a Buccaneer 1st down.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
6, bullet, high. 5-0, 5-0, 5-0. 58's the mic. 58's the mic. Here we go.
They're looking to throw this. Winston. And this is caught by Evans. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
Well, go ahead and throw the ball, man. You got the big lead. You got the clock on your side. Obviously, they don't care much about the feelings of the other team, do they?
Well, I was going to say, you better run to the locker room pretty quick after this one.
But right now, maybe they're just looking at it from the fantasy perspective. More points for everyone if they win big.
From the red zone now, Winston. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Gay is on for the point after. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Here I come again.
They keep it on the ground. Mack again.
Go, run,
5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves them with 3rd and about 6 yards to go.
Yeah.
5 yards on the play.
So time has run out on what will be a Tampa Bay victory. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one, and that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, up a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So for the Bucs, it's a very important win as they move to 9-4 now on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Detroit Lions. Meanwhile, for Indianapolis, any slim hopes they had at a playoff berth gone now as they drop to 4-9. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in New Orleans again.